To say a few things about the whole, issue of class, the class, how we view class society, basically. Because although there's different social strata that lives, in the U.S., people have different incomes and different experiences and so forth. It's been the tradition in our party since 1959, even before 1959, when our founding leaders of the party were part of another socialist organization, to see the world in two global camps, basically. And that is the working class, and then on the other side is the ruling class. And the working class includes, of course, all the workers, anybody who has to sell their labor power in order to survive. But even within the working class, there are exploited sectors within the working class itself. So even though there is this huge working class where everyone is exploited by the bosses, within the working class, there are super exploited people within the working class. Whether that's, people of color, there's women, there's LGBT, those who really suffer from special oppression. And this is why, the brother from Colombia was so eloquent in talking about the need for solidarity. And this is really one of the hallmarks of our party, to always strive to build solidarity, class solidarity, within our ranks, within our own class, because of the divide and conquer nature of the ruling class. I mean, they exist because of this, not only the super exploitation economically, but also the divide and conquer, politically within our class and socially within our class. And, what Abani was saying in terms of, the homeless, just think of how the homeless have been demonized, throughout society, the demonization, but more and more people are becoming homeless because of the global economic crisis, because people are being thrown out of their homes, or they're being evicted because the rents are so high, or they're being foreclosed upon. And I just wanted to quickly go over some of this, some of the numbers I didn't have time to go over in the talk, just to give you and everybody knows this because it's been all in the press and we've written about it and so forth, but even the issue of inequality, growing inequality within our class is becoming becoming more and more stark. For instance, the Urban Institute study talked about in 2010 that white families on average earn about $2 for every $1 that black and Latino families earn. And this has been a ratio that's been in existence since 30 years ago, which was really the start of the capitalist restructuring of the economy. Also, in terms of health care, I just wanted to read this. 26 states that have rejected the Medicaid expansion are home to about half of the country's population, but about 68% of the poor uninsured but about 68% within these 26 states are uninsured black people and single mothers. And many of them, of course, are in the southern states. Also, in terms of the healthcare situation, the extension of healthcare to millions of quote-unquote Americans will leave out 2/3 of the poor black and single mothers and more than half of the low-wage workers who do not have insurance. In terms of incarceration, there's 40% of people of color, especially black people, who are incarcerated in the United States. We can just go on and on and on in terms of these statistics to show the disproportionate numbers of people of color who are being just, devastated by this crisis. But again, this gap is becoming smaller in terms of even white workers because of the crisis itself. So it's very, very important for us to really take this in consideration, and that's why building class solidarity is so important.